overstudying. I have a greasy forehead. Okay, so my name is Cassie and this is Joseph DIY, which I know that you guys already know. I'm going to be redoing a video that I had done before. So my coworker actually told me that my previous video was extremely boring. Not to call out names or anything, but Cecil. I'm just kidding, he's the best, I love him. So this video is going to be about how I made the box spring cover slash bed frame, and hence why we are in my bedroom. I always keep all my spare materials. I'm borderline a hoarder. But it's okay. So that's tip number one. Keep your shit. It looked like not great when it was still a bookcase, but I took it apart and then I had a bunch of these like actually pretty nice dark wood boards, and so I used it to one, make this bed frame, but also I used one of them for the shelf in my laundry room, and then I also used part of it for the door for my hidden kitchen storage cabinet. So I recommend keeping this up because you never know when it'll come in handy. If you are not a hoarder like me and you don't just have a bunch of boards laying around, like you can get like stuff like this from Home Depot, Lowe's, wherever. Like for example, when I built my shoe cabinet, so those shelves that I got them at Home Depot for $15. There's just like friendly guy who talks about like the different like wood stuff, like the different grades and all of that, and like it's kind of overwhelming. So I watched a video about him talking about it and I'll link that for you guys. Okay, so first you want to obviously measure your beds slash bed frames to figure out, okay, how long do I need like sides and the like foot of the bed part to be. And for me, I put the foot of the bed so it's like a little bit longer because I wanted to put the horizontal side to that, so I made it like the width of the bed plus the width of the boards on each side so that I knew that I could connect them into that. If you look at like this part of a boring basic bed frame, so this is actually what typically connects it to the headboard. I decided to flip my bed frame around, and so that way that part that was supposed to connect to the headboard was actually facing the foot of the bed. And I did that so that I can actually connect that to one of the boards that I took apart from that bookcase. And I did the same thing as if you were to do it to there, so that it has like a little hole in it, and then you can just like screw it into it. So I took a screw and I screwed it into the board to hold it up against the box spring. And then from there, I used a Craig pocket hole jig to then connect these boards on the side. On this side, because I didn't have another one that was like the full length, so I did connect two of the boards here with a Craig pocket hole jig. And then the same thing for connecting it to the headboard. I just used a Craig pocket hole jig. And if you do not know how to use a Craig pocket hole jig, look for this thingy up here. Hopefully I got that right, otherwise it looks like if it ends up being that in whatever, I don't know the word. If it ends up being in the other corner, you know, you get it, it's fine. Then I looked for if like any of the areas needed wood filler. For example, so I took apart a bookshelf, sometimes had like those like pre-filled holes in it. So all of that I was filling with wood filler where they met up, where like the corners would meet and stuff. If it looked uneven, I would put wood filler in it. Or the bookcase that I was using, it looked like it was like MDF with like a wood veneer covering, and I like the look of that wood, and I felt like it went with my headboard, so I didn't want to just like paint it over. But if you're gonna paint it over all over, then you don't worry about it. But I use what is called a universal repair kit to then cover over where the wood filler was, so it all looked like it was smooth and like the same board and everything. I'll link these two universal repair kits that I go over, but you can also look for this thingy up in this corner, hopefully. Who's ready for the recap? Alright, so first, hopefully you have some scrap materials laying around the house. If you're not a hoarder like me, then you can go to your local Home Depot, Lowe's, or Menards to get the boards or things that you're going to use to actually cover your box spring. You're going to flip your boring bed frame around, and you're going to put the part that usually connects to the head frame at the bottom, and then from there you're going to screw one board across. Then the two boards that you're going to use for the lengths of this, you are going to use a Craig pocket hole jig to then connect it to that horizontal board going the width. Then you are going to go to the other side and use that Craig pocket hole jig again to connect it to your headboard. Then you're going to go in with wood filler and potentially after that a universal repair kit if needed, and cover over any areas where the wood filler is sticking out, or you could, if you're going to just paint the whole thing, paint it over so it looks nice and pretty. And that is it. It's actually pretty simple. Just for your guys' reference, if I were to do it again, I think what I would have done is also put wood glue between them while I also did the Craig pocket hole jig, just to make it a little bit stronger. I feel like that's something that I've learned over time through my DIY projects, and this was like one of the first ones I did, so I didn't really think about it. But if I were to go back just to like help reinforce that bond, I think I would have put glue as well as the Craig pocket hole jig. But that's it. Then I just put like the box spring back in and the mattress back on top, and it looked beautiful. Okay, so this is the final product, and it is a lot nicer than how it was. But if you like this video or any of my videos, then you should definitely subscribe to my channel and show me that you like it by liking it. For those of you guys that are not subscribed, if you saw this hack and you're still not impressed, like, I'm not sure what it's gonna take to win you over, but I'm gonna do it. It's like, you're gonna love me eventually, so it's fine. But for my subscribers, you guys know I love you guys.